Honda, you're missing the mark. What's up everyone, welcome back for another video. Thanks for joining me. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any further content with all the cars and stuff and whatnot. And if you're already subscribed, thanks man. So with some news today that the Civic Type R is hitting showrooms tomorrow, or dealerships tomorrow, stealerships, whatever you want to call them, tomorrow, I decided let's make a video about the Honda Civic Type R because I think Honda kind of messed up with this one. Let's just start off right now with, here we go with the hypothetical, if you could get these cars for MSRP. So all the cars we're going to be talking about today are at MSRP pricing, even though I know it's kind of hard to find it, but if you wait long enough, if you try hard enough, you will find a car at MSRP. I know I saw on one of the Facebook groups that there was a dealership selling Nissan Zs for MSRP, the sport and the performance models, but they're automatic, so maybe that's why, who knows, who wants an automatic. So, kicking right off, these would be some cars that I guess I would cross-shop. Maybe not necessarily, but we're going to talk about a couple cars first, then we're going to go into, I guess, what would be the direct competitors of this car. So, let's kick it right off. The Honda Civic Type R starting price is $43,990, which I think is kind of crazy. That's number one. Number two is 315 horsepower. Pretty nice. Thank you on that one. I'd say anything over 300 at this point is pretty good. But the only problem with that one, in my opinion, is that it only comes front-wheel drive. Just getting this out of the way, I actually do like this car. The old generation Type R, which was kind of cool too, but it was a little too wild. And then this one is a little more on the too mild part. I feel like they could have just done like a little bit more, making this like special, other than just like making it look like a Civic with a bigger wing. But other than that, kind of cool. Interior looks pretty cool. The little gauge cluster looks cool. It's a pretty cool car, other than the price. I'm only mentioning these cars as the cross-shopping part because I kind of considered getting the old, well not the old, but I kind of considered getting a Type R as a daily driver like last year or the year before. So that's why I'm kind of cross-shopping these. Yeah, the Type R is let's just call it $44,000, 315 horsepower, front-wheel drive. Now, obviously, let's just talk about the Nissan Z. If you can find one at MSRP, the sport model comes in at $40,000, $39,990 or $39,990 or something like that, but comes in at $40,000, 400 horsepower for a rear-wheel drive car. I'm going with that over the Type R. Then moving right along, we have the Supra. So let's talk about the Supra. The Supra comes in two different trim models, which is kind of weird because the entry-level one is a 2-liter engine. It's $43,540 and only 255 horsepower. But then the 3-liter is the one that everyone wants, the one that's breaking the records in drag racing, blah, 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 and that whatnot, is $52,500, and that one comes in at 382 horsepower. Once again, rear-wheel drive vehicles. I like those. Then I'm even going to throw this one in there because I guess the horsepower is somewhat comparable, is the BRZ/GR86, which is $27,900 and it's 228 horsepower, which is at this point known to be a very awesome car, and I would consider buying one of those myself instead of the Nissan Z. This is the point where I'm saying Honda missed the mark on this, is that this car is way too expensive for what it is. Yes, it's probably an awesome performance car and good on gas and this, that, the other thing. The manual transmission is probably awesome, but you're at basically $44,000. You're only getting 315 horsepower and it's front wheel drive. That's not what I want. I'm sure there's people that want that. There's the Honda fanboys, just like there's the Nissan fanboys and the Toyota fanboys. You got fanboys in every group that are gonna just buy or want or hype up the new car, and that's fine. If that's you, go for it. Someone who would be cross-shopping these cars. Now let's get into the real competitors, well at least what I would consider is the real competitors for this car. So you have the Honda Civic Type R, which like we said, $44,000, 315 horsepower. The two competitors, one would be the GR Corolla, is what I would say would be one of the main competitors. Your entry point is $35,900 and you're at 300 horsepower, which right there, does that 15 horsepower make a difference? And this car's all-wheel drive. Then you also have the Volkswagen Golf R, because we're talking about hatchbacks here. Even though technically the Type R is a hatchback, to me it's not hatchback. But the Volkswagen Golf R is $44,000, $290, and you're at 315 horsepower all-wheel drive. So let's knock out a couple options here. So the Volkswagen Golf R, I'm gonna kick right out of the pool because I'm gonna go Japanese versus German. I'm gonna go Japanese. The Golf R, I don't really care for that car that much. So then it leaves you with the Type R and the GR Corolla. So the GR Corolla, from what I've heard from around, is that they're doing some weird thing with like their release that each dealership's only getting 3, and that's possibly it, or that's what they're saying, blah, blah, blah. There's only 1,100 dealers and this, that, the other thing. So maybe you know if Toyota even made this car themselves, just like the Supra that BMW made for them, or the GR86 that Subaru made for them. Maybe that happened with this car also. I don't know. Let me know down below. Maybe that's the reason why they don't have to sell that many cars, if that's the game plan that they're doing, but they're also artificially inflating the market, supply, demand, and whatnot, and letting these dealers just charge whatever the hell they want. But if it was me between the two cars, I would go GR Corolla because you get the all-wheel drive. Me personally, I don't care for front-wheel drive vehicles. I feel like the step further into your car enthusiast thing is you'd want all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive to step up. Front-wheel drive is a good entry point. It's actually pretty good in the snow. Not as good as all-wheel drive, but it's better than rear-wheel drive in the snow most of the time. And it's a good learning spot because you don't have to really worry too much about like oversteer and whatnot and stuff like that. So good entry point, but I'm going GR Corolla over those, especially 4 doors. So if 4 doors is one of your criteria for searching for a car, you have the Type R, you have the GR Corolla, then I'm even going to throw it in there because even though I absolutely hate it, the new WRX, even though it's like 270 something horsepower, but it comes in a lot cheaper. If you're looking at price, it's not completely horrible, but looks wise, trash. So some of the reason I think Honda missed the mark on this is that this car is $44,000. If that was $34,000, I think you're looking pretty good. You're looking pretty competitive, and you would have more people actually cross-shopping. And I'm saying this early. The car's not even released technically yet, but I'm saying it early. And you have more people cross-shopping it, and then especially you know there's going to be crazy dealer markups. But like I said earlier, if you wait it out or search hard enough, you'll find one at MSRP. Not a big deal, but if you're one of those people that have to have it right now, you're going to be paying markups. I think Honda needs to come back out with something along the lines of the S2000. Nice little small rear-wheel drive vehicle. I know it's not in their heritage or whatever like that, but come out with something like that, a little bit larger maybe, so someone over the size of 5'7" could fit in it. I'm 6'3", and I sat in one, and my knees were literally touching the dashboard. No good. It actually totally slipped my mind while I was filming all this, but also, look what they did to the Acura Integra. Ugh. But let me know down below what you think of this. Is the price all right? I know this day and age, the price isn't completely ridiculous, but with the interest rates the way they are, that price is pretty ridiculous. Between the Type R, the Z, the Supra, the Corolla, and the Golf R, I would probably weigh my options with either the Z or the GR Corolla. I guess you could always throw in the Mustang in the mix. But let me know down below if there's any car suggestions you think would be like a good cross-shopping for this car. Let me know if you think Honda missed the mark. Let me know if you think the price is dead on. Would you consider buying one of these? Would you get something else? I don't know. Let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Hit that like button. Like I said, leave some comments, share the video, do whatever you want. See you guys in the next one. Peace out, and we got some more BMW content coming up soon.